Sometimes the wild doesn't come from the jungle. Sometimes it walks right through our backyards. In this quiet suburban neighborhood, one of the most shocking encounters ever recorded will unfold. A predator, massive, powerful, armed with claws and fangs, invades a human home in search of food. But what it finds waiting inside is not fear, it is defiance. A tiny 5-pound Pomeranian, barely the size of a house cat, stands face to face against a towering brown bear. This is not a battle of size, it is a battle of heart. Welcome to Wildlife with Belush, where survival is raw, the stories are real, and courage sometimes comes in the smallest forms. Make sure to subscribe now, because what you are about to see will test everything you think you know about predator and prey. This is Pomeranian versus bear, the shocking encounter that no one believed could happen. The day begins like any other. A crimson sun rises above quiet rooftops, painting the sky in blood-orange fire. The neighborhood breathes in silence, lawns trimmed, mailboxes quiet, life ordinary. But from the forest edge, a shadow stirs. A large brown-black bear, its heavy frame swaying like a storm cloud, pads silently through tall grass. Each paw prints deep into soft soil, claws slicing blades of grass with casual menace. Its amber eyes gleam with curiosity, but hunger fuels its steps. The scent of fruit, of food, of something beyond the ordinary forest. It drifts from the wooden porch of a house standing too close to wilderness. The bear's nose twitches. Saliva gathers along its jaws. It sniffs, exhales heavily, steam curling in morning air. It moves closer. Inside the house, light spills across the tiled kitchen. A tiny Pomeranian sits upright, fur glowing white gold in the sunbeam cutting through curtains. Its nose twitches, ears prick. It feels it. Something is wrong. The bear's shadow stretches across the doorway. Cabinets rattle as massive claws scrape against wood. Silence thickens like fog. And then, the first bark, high-pitched, sharp, tiny, yet it slices the silence like a blade. The Pomeranian's body trembles, but its eyes harden. Against instinct, against odds, the little dog does not flee. It stands. The bear pushes inside. Its bulk fills the frame of the kitchen door, towering above counters, head swinging low. Its breath fogs glass. Saliva drops onto tile. The Pomeranian barks again, louder, chest puffed like a lion in miniature. Every bark ricochets off cabinets, bouncing like gunfire through the room. The bear hesitates. Its paw, tipped with claws sharp as knives, lifts and hovers. The predator has never faced such resistance from prey so small. The dog advances, snapping jaws inches from the bear's paw. The beast jerks back in shock. Its amber eyes blink, confusion replacing confidence. For every step the bear takes forward, the dog lunges 2 steps closer. For every growl that rumbles from predator's throat, the tiny dog barks louder, sharper, defiant. The house becomes a stage of suspense. On one side, power measured in muscle and size. On the other, power measured in courage and refusal to yield. Neighbors peering from windows freeze in disbelief. They whisper, "That little dog is chasing a bear." The bear retreats, backing step by step to the porch. Each shuffle shakes the wood. Each bark slams into its pride. The Pomeranian lunges forward, snapping at its ankles, barking like a war drum. The bear stumbles out into sunlight, paws clattering across deck. Camera widens. A giant predator retreats under assault from a tiny ball of fluff. The scale is reversed. The chase ignites. The bear leaps down porch stairs, lumbering into backyard. Grass flattens under its weight. But the Pomeranian is faster, darting after it, barking ferociously, sound cutting through morning silence. The bear breaks into a sprint across yard, smashing through flower beds, crushing shrubs. The dog follows, relentless, tail rigid like a banner. Through the gate, into the street. predator chased by prey. Neighbors gasp, stepping out of houses, eyes wide at sight of enormous bear fleeing a dog small enough to fit in their arms. The bear's breath comes ragged, foamy. It glances back, and every time it does, the same image sears its eyes. A white Pomeranian, barking without pause, refusing to surrender. At last, the bear stumbles, crashing onto asphalt. Dust rises, claws scrape concrete. The Pomeranian stops just feet away, barking with explosive fury, eyes blazing with fire, no predator can quench. The bear rises in terror, then bolts, sprinting full speed down road, vanishing into woods. Behind it, the Pomeranian stands victorious, barking into distance, chest heaving like a warrior who has defied nature itself. Silence returns. The street glows in golden light, dust swirling where predator once ran. The Pomeranian stands in the middle of road, tiny body glowing under sunlight. Its tongue lolls, breath heavy, eyes still locked on tree line where bear vanished. Neighbors step out cautiously. Some clap, others laugh nervously. Children point in awe. "He chased a bear," someone whispers. "That little dog saved us." The camera drifts over claw marks gouged into porch wood, broken fences, scattered flowers, scars of battle. Amid them, tiny paw prints mark dust, proof that courage does not measure in size. The dog trots proudly back up porch stairs, tail wagging stiffly. He curls onto doormat, exhausted, eyes half closed but victorious. Above house, sun lowers into horizon, painting sky crimson. One final shot, bear's dark shape disappearing into wilderness. Predator gone, defender remains. The moral hangs in air. Sometimes the smallest spirit carries the greatest power. And so, the story ends not with the roar of a predator, but with the bark of a hero. A massive bear, strong, feared, untouchable, fled from a creature so small, so fragile, that most would have dismissed him as nothing more than a toy. But courage is not measured in pounds. It is not written in muscle or claw. It is written in the fire of the heart. That day, in this quiet neighborhood, the laws of nature flipped. Predator became prey. Strength bowed before spirit, and a tiny 5-pound Pomeranian stood taller than the giant who threatened his home. Look closely at the porch, where deep claw marks remain etched in wood. They are scars, reminders of danger that came too close. But scattered alongside those gouges are smaller prints, soft, round, and defiant. Paw prints of courage, forever marking the moment the wild met the heart of a lion disguised as a dog. The bear will return to the forest, carrying with it the memory of fear. Fear not of humans, but of a tiny guardian who barked louder than its hunger. The neighbors will retell this story for years, their voices mixing disbelief with pride. And the Pomeranian, curled on the porch he defended, will dream in peace, unaware that he has become a legend. Because this is the truth of survival. It is not always the biggest who win, but the bravest. You've been watching Wildlife with Baluch, where the raw, untamed stories of nature and life remind us that heroes can be found in the most unlikely forms. If this story inspired you, don't leave without joining our journey. Subscribe now, because tomorrow, another tale awaits. Of courage, of struggle, of survival. In the wild, and in our lives, nothing is certain, nothing is safe. But sometimes, against all odds, the smallest voices echo the loudest, and they change the world forever.